Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Elephant Exposed. I am your host, Mr. TNTBS, CJ Jones. And today I'm going to be um, actually giving my professional opinion about a very sad and very sensitive um, occurrence that happened just towards the end of last year concerning this young lady that was calling for police assistance to get her ex-boyfriend removed from her residence. And then she ended up no longer being with us because of the way the situation unfolded. There's a lot to unpack here. Police cam footage was released. They actually released it before time, actually, um, because in just my opinion, um, the powers that be, when it comes to things like this, they probably feel like they probably have a justified shooting. I've seen this video several times, and no matter how I look at it, mm, I'm I I don't see it. So I'm going to go ahead and play the clip. If you are sensitive to violence, gunfire, screams, and crying, this is your time to go ahead, push this forward, mute it, do whatever you got to do to protect yourself from being triggered, um, and come back to us whenever you just see me commentating freely again. Okay, so without further ado, um, here is the clip.
They're young.
Okay, right now, um, upon entry, or I'm sorry, upon approach, um, the police officers are spot on. They are checking out the outskirts. They make sure they're in the right residence. They can hear the yells and the screams. You can hear the police officers. Oh, yeah, they're yelling, whatever. So all of this is perfectly fine. And what we're going to see within a few seconds, you will see them, knock on the door, announce themselves, and then because of this, um, because of the intensity of the screams and the yells, you will see why I even said in the previous videos, um, trying to do a dynamic or forced entry is all of that was justified. So let's go ahead and watch it with the audio this time. That's your third officer there, by the way.
They're in the back room if they're not answering. Yep.
So now you have the attempt to try to do the dynamic entry so all of this is fine. So eventually, the young lady is going to come and answer the door. You see her protect herself by the first officer is the contact officer. So you'll see her back away from the door, and she will order at the same time for the young lady to come outside. But that does not play out. Just because you are trained one way does not mean that life and people in life are going to act and respond the same way that you have been trained. So you have to be able to adjust, but still maintain your professionalism and still maintain command and control of the situation. Okay, so here we go.
Hold on.
Hey, come out. Yeah, I'm gonna stab him because he is my.
Okay, she audibly said, yeah, I'm about to stab him. A lot of people say stuff out of emotion and whatnot. You do have to take that seriously. Okay, so you're going to see two decisions happen very quickly. Okay, that right now is just officer number 2 turning on his flashlight to bring more light into the situation, because right now this is when they see the knife in Niani's hand. Okay. And then right behind her, we're going to see her daughter, and she's going to be right at the entrance and so forth. So here we go.
Go. Give me a taser.
Okay. So again, protocol upon the entry is not a problem. When you have a domestic situation and you obviously see, okay, a weapon is presented, and now this situation has compounded. So you have seconds upon fractions of a second to start making these decisions very, very quickly. You still have to be vigilant. You still have to observe. You have to be aware of your safety, the safety of your partners, as well as safety of others. Now, with all of that being said, this is why we train the way that we do. Because when you train, because if you fight the way you train, you 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 train the way you fight. That way, when you fight, your mind automatically goes back to training. Okay, so there's a lot of things that took place here, unfortunately, that we're about to see. Right now, you see, this is her daughter. That's why this face is blurred out or redacted. Is because you cannot show the face of a minor in things like this. And so this first officer is coming through. She is what we call the contact officer. She's the one that's supposed to be assessing the situation upon making her entry. The partner's supposed to be right there behind them because they are trying to scan, look, and still find out where mama went, because we know mama has a knife. Okay, so let's go ahead and break this down. So she gives the taser back over. She gives the taser over to her partner. She goes to her firearm. The baby girl is right here. Okay, now what you're going to see is the hard part, and here. Okay, right there. Now, the baby girl steps over to the left. This is mama right here beside ex-boyfriend. Right there, you could say intent is here. But here's the thing. You have to get it all out. Now, here's is my issue. When upon entry, upon following this young woman, they could have been yelling commands right then and there. Come back to me, show me the weapon, or drop the weapon. Any of those things. Drop the knife, whatever you have in your hand. Okay? But you didn't hear any of that. You didn't hear any commands at all. The only thing you see is the baby girl backs up kind of to the left. Mama's standing right there in the middle, and ex-boyfriend is right here. The next thing we're going to hear and see is officer number 2, which is behind officer number 1. Officer number 1 is here. Officer number 2 is going to be kind of here. He's going to round this corner, see her. He's going to see the knife, and he's just going to shoot. That's all he's going to do. He's not going to yell out a command. Officer 1 doesn't yell out a command. Nobody yells out anything. And this is why I say this is not a justified shooting. You already know a weapon is present. You don't have to assume it. You come in, drop their weapon, show me that weapon, anything, hands up, turn away from him. Anything, guys, anything. But that did not happen. Officer 2 comes in, draws down on mom, fire off 4 shots. Bam, 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 bam. Boyfriend is going to kind of fall back in this direction here. scream back at Officer 2, no, no, no. Why did you shoot? Then you will hear Officer 2 say, drop it, drop it. Here we go.
No! No! Drop it! Why did you shoot? Drop it!
And that's my problem. So now we're just going to play it out. You'll see it from the two police cams, and I won't stop it. I'll just let it play out.
You're yelling. Can you see anything over there, Charlton?
They're in the back room if they're not answering.
Oh, that's funny.
Yep.
Hey, come out, come out. Yeah, I'm gonna stab him because he is. Hey! Hey! Get it out of the Hey! Hey! He pushed me! He pushed me! He pushed me!
All right, guys. Like we said, that's it. And I'll try to make this fast. I only have a few more minutes. But like I was saying, when it comes to the world of law enforcement, deadly force is justified. Actually, before just deadly force is established, you got to establish opportunity, capability, and intent. And then it's only justified whenever you are in that officer is protecting themselves, other officers, or the lives of other people. Now, here is my issue. Opportunity and capability was definitely there. The intent was shaky at best, and I'll keep saying that. It was shaky at best. Why? Because we have seen situations like this before where officers have had the perfect triangle. They had whatever they were presented with, they were presented with opportunity, capability, and the intent on someone being harming themselves, harming others, or harming the other police officer. And other police officers in a lot more other situations, a lot, in my opinion, a lot more deadlier situations, decided to use a lesser means of force, if not just run away. I'm not saying that to pick on officers or nothing like that. To each his own in those situations. This is one of those situations to where, in my opinion, a lesser means could have been chosen. And if not that, even if you still decided to shoot, a double tap would have been fine. Double tap and assess the situation. Those rounds are 40 caliber rounds. That means that those rounds are meant to hit and knock down. 4 rounds to center mass of your target is the way that we train. Double tap, assess the situation. The reason why deadly force is used is not to kill, but to stop the threat. Not to neutralize, not to take someone out. And that lies my issue. So hopefully this was a better video for you guys. Let me know what you think. And we'll try to stay on top of this. And we'll see where all this goes, okay? But thank you guys for watching.